Yo, what's going on, crew? Welcome back to another video with your boy Serrano. Today's video, we're going to be doing a tips and tricks video for the Samsung Galaxy A14 5G. And I got about 40 tips and tricks that I'm going to go through in this video, but it's going to be a little bit long-winded, so I just want to throw that out there. But if you're brand new to the channel, I truly appreciate you for coming through if you're new. But if you're already a part of the crew, salute. So without any further talking, I want to jump into the first feature, and this is going to be a battery feature, which we're going to get into. And all you have to do is you can go into settings right here inside of the option right there. Okay, and you feel me, once you get here where it says battery and device care, you're going to click that. And what you want to do is actually click optimize now, but click battery first. We'll do that later. We'll get back to it. Go into battery settings, and what you want to do is turn on extend battery life based on your phone usage. So I always turn on the adaptive battery when I'm using my device. So I think that's going to be helpful to actually have the phone, you know, learn your behaviors when you're using the battery, and it'll extend it based off your use. So the second feature I want to talk about is inside of messages, and it's going to be found right here inside the messaging app. So you got to go into, you know, settings right here on the top three dots, and then you have to actually you feel me, let me see, settings for your messages. Hold on, I forgot how to actually get there. So when you're in text messages right here, there's going to be right here, you're going to click options on the right hand corner, and then it's going to give you the option right here for message settings on the right side. And so you want to go right down here where it says advanced, and you want to activate this feature where it's going to give you the option to show iPhone reactions as an emoji. So I think that's going to be cool because you know, iPhone reactions will show up and appear as an emoji, which is something that's going to be pretty solid when you're interacting with multiple people. Some people may have iPhones, some people may have Androids. So I definitely think it's going to be a pretty useful feature, especially when you're talking to somebody who has, you know, like an Android device or something like that, right? So the next feature I want to talk about is how to create an AR emoji, and this can be found right inside of the app list right here. And so you're gonna see it when you scroll around right here, and it's gonna appear. If it doesn't appear on your app drawer, that's okay, because it's gonna easily be found inside of your camera. So what you want to do is hit the camera real quick, and then you want to actually go into the more settings right here on the side of the phone, and it's going to show you AR zone. And what this is going to give you the ability to do is take a picture of your face and then make your own emoji, like your own creative character. And so it's going to be like the animated youth whenever you want to react to people. It'll have your personality but look like you. So I definitely think this is going to be a solid feature, and you just hit start with this emoji, and you could either take a picture of yourself, but if you want that one to be you, you'd actually have to, you know, use that. But you could also create with camera, and so it'll let you take a picture of yourself, and then you could choose male, female, or child. Hit next, and then it's gonna start working its magic. And so it's gonna create this dude that kind of looks like you in a little bit of a way. But then what you would want to do is customize the hair and things to that extent. It actually thought that I was a chick for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it's got, you could choose dude hairstyles and stuff like that, or female hairstyles. And so it's gonna be pretty cool when you customize it. So you can mess around with that in a little bit more detail, but I definitely think that's gonna be a solid feature as well. And so another thing that I found really awesome is that when you actually go into battery, you could put some of your apps that you're not using to sleep in the background, and this may happen automatically too. And so basically what you want to do is go into battery and device care, and then after you click the battery and device care, click the option right here inside of battery, and then what you want to do is go to background usage limits. And so this is going to put unused apps to sleep. and then it'll show you the sleeping apps. It'll also show you deep sleeping apps that you haven't ever used in much at all, and never sleeping apps. So you can actually put which apps you want to be in the deep sleep, which apps you want to be sleeping, and which apps you never want to go to sleep. So I think that's going to be pretty cool to save battery overall in the long term of using your phone. Okay, so we're going to jump into the next feature that I definitely think is going to be helpful to you guys. And so the next feature is going to be when the screen is locked on your device, you can actually double tap, and I'll show you how to double tap to unlock, but right now it's recognizing my face, so let me put it down. And what you want to do is actually double tap on the clock, and then it's going to give you the options right here for your lock screen widgets. So you want to go into settings right here and enter your password on your device. So after you enter your password on your device, you're going to be able to get the weather, today's schedule, digital well-being, next, alarm, and things of that sort. And you can reorder them as well, but it gives you the ability, so when you lock the screen, you're going to be able to see that on the widgets option right here when you double click it. So you'll get the weather, today's events, the next alarm, and routines as well. So that's how you would mess around with your widgets. You could also see I have my music here too, and different apps that use the media players. So I definitely think that's going to be a solid feature for your lock screen. Okay, so the next feature we're going to definitely jump into is how to turn off the Google feed on and off. And so basically what you want to do is press and hold the lock, the phone. So you basically just tap on the screen and hold. And so you can add different panels here, and that's how you would add them. But to delete them, you could actually just hit the delete button at the top when it appears, and that's how you would get rid of multiple windows. But you could also go all the way to the left side right here, and you can turn off the Google feed altogether. And if you wanted to, you could turn on Samsung free. Right here you can see there's nothing on there now, so it won't appear. So basically I could long press it again, turn this on, and then I could switch it to Samsung free. And when Samsung free is it gives you different games that you can mess around with. And right here, if you can see right here, it lets you have to actually you know what I'm saying, this is optional, it says, but just agree to it. You can get your news from Samsung. You could watch different content here with their little TV network with Samsung TV Plus. So it'll give you different shows and news outlets and different channels to mess around with. And you get entertainment, crime, game shows, sports, and things to that extent. And then you can actually listen to Samsung podcasts as well as play little games on here. So I definitely think this is pretty cool, especially if you want to just play like quick games or watch some short media. That's going to be a solid option. All right, so the next feature we're going to jump into on the Samsung Galaxy A14 5G is how to customize your wallpaper clock. So you're going to actually long press the screen one more time, and then what you want to do after that is hit wallpaper style right here. And on this first panel to the left, you're going to click that one. The right one doesn't do nothing, but the left one, you click that. And then it's going to allow you to add your contact information right here. So you could just type your name or something to that extent. You can also delete the bottom widgets and create your own. So you could hit that left shortcut. Could be any app that you pretty much want to use from the list if you don't want to use the phone one. And then you can actually hit notifications right here and get detailed notifications right there. And so it'll give you notifications on the lock screen. You can make it transparent or dark, and then you can make it like the reverse color text, so it'll be like the opposite. And then icons only can appear, or details, and then you just hit done. And then what you want to do is tap right there again, and you can actually hit the clocks, and now you can customize your clock, the colors and stuff like that, and how you want it to look when it's on the lock screen. So I actually like it right here. You can move this around, I think, make it bigger, stretch it out, and then you could change the color of the font and stuff like that. And then you could change the numbers on the clock, which is kind of cool. So I kind of like that one. and then just hit done. And so that's going to be pretty cool for when you're messing around with the lock screen, because now you can see that on the lock screen it's going to show up a little bit bolder and looks a little bit cooler. And you could also get your notifications on the lock screen. As you can see right here, they're appearing on the screen as they're like when they're locked. So you can see what I'm talking about. You could just slide down and now you can see all the notifications on there, and then go back, and without unlocking the phone, which is kind of cool, right? So feel me? We're gonna jump into the next tip, which is gonna definitely be pretty solid, and it's gonna be found inside of motions and gestures. But if you're still here, just type down below in the comment section, I'm still here. So I know you're still kicking it with me and rocking with me. And I just want to remind you to hit the like button so we can get this video out to more people and boost the engagement and beat the algorithm on YouTube. Okay, so the next feature is going to be found here in settings, and what you want to do is go into advanced features, and you want to go into motions and gestures. And this is where you're going to have lift to wake. You want to activate that, as well as double tap to turn off and on the display. Alert when your phone is picked up, your phone will vibrate when you pick it up after a missed call or text. Turn over to mute device, so when you turn the phone flat on the surface, it's going to mute the phone. And then pick up the phone to receive phone calls. It'll automatically answer when it's on your ear. Then you get this nice shortcut feature that appears on the fingerprint. When you activate that, you can actually use it to drag down the notifications from the side, which is another really cool feature. So I definitely think those are some cool features on this Samsung Galaxy A14, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And let's jump into the next feature, which I definitely think is going to be pretty cool. And it's going to be found in the sound and notifications. So basically you just want to scroll down until you see sounds appear on your device. And so basically you're going to see that right here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So it should be right here at the top, sounds. And basically what it is that you can increase the intensity and vibration. For system vibration, you can also increase the intensity. So first go to vibration intensity, and that's for the system. And you can make it vibrate a little bit more. It's like off, low, medium, and then high. So I just put it on the medium. And then you can also get another option, which will give you, you could get your ringtones right here, volume. And you can also mess around with those keys, use the volume keys for media, and make sure you activate that so that the volume keys can control the media like YouTube and music and stuff like that when you hit volume. And then you can also hit sound systems. And so you can actually, you can see right here that you'll have sounds for everything. You can turn them off at your own leisure. And then system vibration is going to be the intensity right there at the top, and then it's just going to show up right there too. You could also mess around with some other things on this device, like Dolby Atmos for gaming and music, which will allow you to mess around with the sound quality of the music, which I think is something that's pretty solid because it makes it like a theater-like experience, and it's tuned by Dolby Audio, which is something that's pretty cool. Another tip and trick is going to be in the display in the settings, and this is a trick right here that you can use to increase the scrolling, make it up. See how smooth it's moving right now? That's because I have it on the 90 hertz, and I think it's actually activated out of the box with the 90 hertz, but you can see it says motion smoothness adaptive, and so you want to have it on adaptive. But if you do want to save battery life and get a longer battery throughout the day, you could make it go to 60 hertz refresh rate and right here and hit apply, and then it's going to be a little bit more choppy when you're scrolling, but just keep in mind it will actually save battery and make it last longer for a few more hours, like 5 more hours, maybe 3 more hours or something like that. And so I think that's going to be pretty cool. So the next feature we're going to be talking about is the side key, which I love because it controls my flashlight on my phone when I double tap it twice. And when I tap it twice, I can turn my flashlight on and off. And so I go to advanced features, I go to side key, and then instead of launching the camera, I just hit this button right here where the gear icon is, and I just activate flashlight. right here, but you can actually designate that double tap feature for any app on your phone when you double press it. Now, I really think that's a solid feature for when you're using this device and you want to get to the flashlight when you're walking in the dark at nighttime and trying to find the toilet, and you don't want to, like, you know what I'm saying, pee on the toilet seat or something like that. Or if you're a female, find the toilet seat, you know what I'm saying, make sure it's down before you know what I'm saying, take care of your business. So the next feature we're going to be jumping into is the one-handed mode, which is also going to be found as an advanced feature. And so you just go back into advanced features right here down at the bottom. You feel me? You're still with me? And then go ahead, tap one-handed mode right here, and it's just a quick gesture when you swipe down, and you can move it left or right, and you can even make it bigger when you move the corner right here. You can make it taller. You see what I'm saying? And so you can increase it, and then from the bottom you can actually swipe up and get to your Google Assistant. You could tell it commands, but I think you could actually control the corner from the bottom here, so you can lift it up in the middle as well. So you have the option of making it go up from the bottom or top. You see what I'm saying? So you can make it a small little icon in the corner. And then one of the things I like is that floating app mode. You see what I just did? So I just made a floating app right here, and what it does is it basically allows you to have an app over top of the screen that you're using. So let's just say I open the Bible and I want to make this float over top of something. You basically drag it from the corner, you know what I mean, like from the side right there, and it's gonna basically create, or the other way I usually do it is I just long hold press right here on the app in recent, and then I can make it a floating icon. And so I think that's going to be solid because you can use it over top of another app. And so like I showed you right here, just press it. You don't have to go to the top, just go to the middle and let go, and then it's going to be floating, and then you can actually resize it just like you were able to do with the mini view. You know what I'm talking about? So I know that's another really cool feature that I like about this device. Now go into device care right now and click settings first, and then go into the one that says device care and battery, and then you want to do auto optimization. And so what this does is it automatically performs optimizations to keep your phone running smoothly. This includes closing background apps and cleaning memory, restart when needed. So your phone will restart automatically to keep it in the best condition. It restarts only when you're not using the device. So turn that on, and it's going to actually make your device more improved over time. Go into memory while you're here, and then click that, and then you can see you can activate RAM plus. You could increase your storage and just change it to 2 GB to use for extra RAM right here. But just keep in mind it's gonna reset the phone. So you could also turn this off, and you can get all your memory back to the stock version. You could also clean your memory right here when you're inside of that, and it will just basically adjust your memory on your device. But I just want to remind you to take a break real quick, because this video is approaching almost 20 minutes, and so I don't want you guys to I want you to absorb all the information we're talking about. So go grab a snack and something, you know what I'm saying, a beverage, and I'll get right back with you. Okay, all right guys, so the next tip we're going to be jumping into is going to be smart view and messages. And so this is going to be like the bubble pop-up by default. So basically what you want to do is, if you want to get the smart view messages to appear, you go to settings and you go to notifications. And one of the things I like to do is activate this, because you can have it as a floating icon. And so you can see right here, notification style, you can just click, you can have it be detailed or brief. And then you can also go right here where it says app notifications, which apps you want to get notified on and off. But go to advanced settings right down below, and then click notification bubbles. You can see right here it's at bubble, so it'll appear as a little bubble and it'll open up as a small window. Or you can get the smart view and it says apps included, and you can activate messages, WhatsApp. You can activate all your messaging apps, pretty much messages, anything that pops up in your Twitter messages, you know, social media stuff like that. Alright guys, so I hope you guys found this video helpful. This is the first half of the tips and tricks for the Samsung Galaxy A14 5G. We're gonna jump into another video later on, so make sure you stay locked in for the second half. This was the first part. We're gonna jump into part 2, but make sure you subscribe and get notified so you don't miss that video. That is gonna be an extended version, so it doesn't get too long, because I know time is everything. And so mental health is everything, right? And I want you to absorb all the information in this video, but make sure you leave a comment down below if you have any questions about these tips. We're gonna jump into another video right after this one, so make sure you subscribe so you can get notified when that video drops. But I'm gonna check you guys later. I'm gonna get right back with you, but just make sure just want to remind you to hit the like button on this video so we can get this video out to more people and beat the YouTube algorithm. And if you're still here, just type down below I'm still here in the comment section, so I know you're still kicking with me. But I'm gonna check you guys later. But in the meantime, have a great morning, afternoon, evening, and depending on where you are, have a great night. Later, crew. Peace.